Want to trade with Rithika? Join Chase at www.laductrading.com/chase.
Welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. So last week, you can see that we pretty much gapped up and we continued having the bounce, but Trump's tariff talks are bring the market lower, but it should be no surprise. Reason number one is you can see here, if I flip the most recent high to low, you'll be able to see that we are near the 1.272 fib and we are rejecting. And if I flip the whole high to the most recent low, you'll be able to see, if I zoom out, you'll be able to see that we are above the 618 fibs. So you should know, rule of thumb is if we are bearish, and this is the oversold bounce, this is where you can see here, previous resistance, previous resistance, previous resistance. Maybe 5,800 also could be a top, but if you are bearish for a move lower based on your fundamental reasons, then this would be one of the ideal spots. Like I can count 5 waves to the upside. See here, this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 waves look done to me. So I mean, whether I'm bullish or bearish, we could see a little bit of selling, but this would be a good spot if you are bearish to start looking at potential rejection levels. As I mentioned, this is the downtrend. We have broken out of it. I can see a retest to retest the downtrend, but I still think if I zoom out, bigger picture, you can see I go to the weekly chart. You'll be able to see this is the channel, and I have another channel, right? This is a channel from 2022. What I'm showing you is the green one is a 2008 channel, which we haven't touched. But if I show you the most recent low, you'll be able to see that generally this channel, we stayed within it, we broke out, now we came back down and we're inside it. So as long as to have confirmation of whether we are just gonna retest and go higher or whether we're gonna have that bigger sell-off, I would say would be this key level. You can see on the weekly, this zone here was previous support, acted as resistance, and is also the bottom of the channel. I would say if 5,400 starts to break, then we're definitely gonna come back and retest. This is the channel, and we could come back to the bottom of both these channels. If we just have a small sell-off that proceeds to consolidate and move higher, then we're still due for another high. And something to watch that'll give you clues is, for example, one is the wicks. You can see here, we are sort of on a trend line. We are sort of on a trend line coming down into a trend line. We can have an oversold bounce, but charts that look like this do not go up to make a new high. They just tend to have a small bounce. So they tend to have a small bounce before they go lower like this. So that's the reason it's super important to kind of see what the wicks is going to do, because you would at minimum need to get back over 27 to be bullish. I mean, to be bearish the market. So until then, 27 to I would even say 30 is a better level to then become super bearish, because between this we could just have that oversold bounce before the wicks continues breaking. And you look at the dollar, we are pretty weak. We look like we could come down into that 97 level that we've been discussing, and even the 10-year. If you look at it, we're just sideways, broken out of the channel. We came back in. Now we're just hovering over the channel. Sam says between 4 to 4.5, the market will tend to be bullish, but if we start to get over 4.5, then that could put pressure on equities. So with all that being said, let's look at this week's watch list. The first one I have is Microsoft. And yeah, this is a super bullish candle. We could have a little bit of Monday weakness, but I am expecting this to follow through. This is the ideal zone to sell off. So I'll give you both the levels. Right, you can see this is resistance. You get over 440, you will continue moving into 460 and making a new high. If this is, however, not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if this is an ABC, then I would say, let's see if it breaks 420. If it breaks 420, then I think we have a bunch of gaps to fill into 400. So yeah, let's get there. When we go there, we could have, like I said, Monday weakness that could give you a good buy zone to continue into the future. Just speaking of Monday weakness, Tesla, you can see here, I have 5 wave calculated. So it is to break down, I would say below 280, we will come back to retest that 265, 260 zone. So that would be a good pullback to trade. If we break this channel lower, again, you can see this 300, 295 to 300 has been bothering Tesla. We've not broken over that in 2 months. So if we break over that, we'll definitely have an easy upside move. Over 300, easy $60 move, 20%. So yeah, either you wait till 300 breaks to be bullish, or you can trade the breakdown and then maybe try to buy the dip again on Tesla. The next one I have is Baidu, and you can see here that we've pretty much been in an extended downtrend for more than 2 years. We bounced off the bottom of this channel. This is a good weekly reversal. It's an inside week, so if you want a better confirmation, wait for it to break 91, and we will have a super bullish move to the upside. Otherwise, we could just go sideways on Baidu. Last but not the least, I have CELH again for 5 weeks sideways, rejecting the EMA. You can see here, this is resistance support, whatever you want to call it. If it breaks this 34.2, then we're likely going to have a bit of selling into 3029.5. So yeah, keep an eye on this. This could again reverse and break. If the market selling gets strong, this could be one of the movers, given that it is kind of in a bear flag. So that's all I have for this week. I hope you have a great day.
Join Chase to trade with Rithika and other experts. Subscribe to LaDuc Trading YouTube channel for more Wolf's weekly wave list videos and other content.